I'm just doing a kind of halfway point update on my items that I wanted to use up by the end of 2014. I had 23 items total. I uploaded this video May 15th of this year, so I didn't start in January like everyone else, but halfway through the year almost. So I do have 14 total out of the 23 original items that I have finished. I have 6 that are left that I'm planning to work through, and then 3 that I need to talk about. So, this first item, I'm going to run through the stuff that I finished first, and then we'll go on to the other things. This first one is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in the shade Ivory. I finished this up in, I think this was in one of the first project pans that I did for this year. It wasn't that, well, maybe this wasn't in a project pan. I don't think it was. I think I just finished this up using like a weekly makeup basket system. So this is gone, thank goodness, because it was way too light for me. And then the next item that I had talked about was the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. This was in the shade Light. I do wear the correct shade that I'm in currently is fairly light, so this was a little bit too dark for me, and obviously I have dry skin, I don't have oily skin, so the matte foundation wasn't really the best foundation for me, so I would not purchase that one again. I did finish up this Wet n Wild Coverall powder in the shade Fair Light. I actually really did like this. This was in one of my project pans earlier this year, and I didn't mind it, actually. So to use all this up, I had to crush it from around the edge when it was just in a ring around the edge and repress it into the center, but I didn't have any problems finishing that guy. I just finished this Benefit Dandelion blush in my last project pan that just finished up like a week or two ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So this guy has been around for a while. The container still kind of smells like the blush does, but I'm so glad to finally finish a full blush. And then the next item that I finished was this Makeup Forever black eyeliner in the shade 0L, just their waterproof liner. It looks like there might be some left in there, but I don't know if you can tell or not, but the lead actually came out of this, so it had been in there a while, detached from the glue that was holding it in, and fell onto the floor. There was only like that much left in it though. It was like right about that much, so not too sad about that one. This was one of the first items I finished up. This is the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes in the shade Intense Ivy. It's rolled up the entire way. I didn't mind this, actually. I thought this was going to be extremely difficult to get through, and it wasn't. And then I have this Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the shade East End Snob. This kind of had a really chemically kind of a scent to it. I didn't like that very much. Maybe I just had it around for too long, but I would not repurchase this again. The pink shade in this, it was really a dark shade for me. Oh, there's a little bit I can get out for a swatch. Just a really dark pink. I like more of a lighter pink than this shade. And I'm not a big fan of lip liners because it kind of seems to change the shade of the lipstick that I put over the top, so unless I'm wearing the lip liner on its own as a lip color, I wouldn't use lip liners. Obviously, I have my few exceptions for a bright orange lipstick and like a really bright, intense matte red lipstick. The next item I finished up is the Body Shop Lip Butter. I have been working on this for close to a year. Probably since February. I've been working on trying to use this guy up, but it is completely gone. I've had this on my bedside table probably since February, even before I filmed this video, so excited to have this one gone. I think I have a cocoa butter one or a shea butter one or something, but I probably won't purchase any more of those because I have a whole bunch of lip like chapsticks and lip balms and stuff. So this next item was the Maybelline Born With It lipstick. This also was in a project pan. I did not dig down deep inside of the lipstick to get the stuff that's inside of the tube here out because I did my makeup inventory. I have over 150 lipsticks, so I would just rather move on to something else and get use out of something else that was maybe a little bit more than a couple dollars at the drugstore. This was a very nice shade. I do recommend this to anybody. A very easy wearable pink shade. Alright, this next one. So, I had the Tarte Lip Surgeon's Lip Luster in the shade Sweet. Now, this is the product in here. That's what I have in here. Thing is, I wasn't paying attention and I grabbed this one. This one had the exact same amount of product in there and rolled up all the way. This one only goes up to there. I finished this one off because I thought this was the one that I was supposed to be using. And it's completely cleaned out in there. I even dug down deep inside to where it had all of the lip product and took it out. So I'm considering this product just because it was the same amount of product, and I mean, I used it up thinking that it was this one. So I'm gonna work on this one and I'm gonna try and finish this one by the end of the year, but I'm considering this one that product for this whole kind of project thing. So that guy's going in the garbage, well, in the bag. And then I had the Clinique Chubby Stick Moisturizing Lip Color Balm in the shade Mighty Mimosa. I accidentally threw that one away. It was in the same project pan that I finished this one up in. This one is Whoppin' Watermelon, but I finished both of them up, so I'm just showing you this one. I threw the wrong one away. You could go back to my project pan. Maybe I'll link that down below, but regardless, it was finished up. The next one was the Urban Decay Lip Junkie in the shade Peroxide. This took a little bit. I even tried to take the little applicator out to get any more product out, but nothing else came out. Now, I've noticed this. I've had, I think it was my other one, my Naked 2 shade of this thing. Sometimes when you get these, the hole in the front on the applicator is not in the center and it'll kind of be over off to the side. So if you have two of them, you can take this applicator out and switch them between them, just so you're aware. If you only have one, obviously you can't do that, but if you have more than one, these are on sale on the Urban Decay website right now for $5. I highly suggest them. This one specifically, Peroxide, is a pretty spot-on dupe for NARS Turkish Delight, except this one smells like peppermint and it tasted very minty. It was a nice sweet mint kind of a taste instead of the gross NARS Orgasm one. So highly suggest these. They're great lip glosses. And then this was the Buxom lip gloss. I can't remember what the full long name of it is, but it's the lip gloss in the shade April. These are the ones that are kind of tingly and minty and they're supposed to plump your lips. I finished this one up in the last project pan. I even laid this down flat in my car so the product would run from the very bottom. There's always a little bit trapped at the bottom, and if you lay them flat in your car when it's warm outside for like 30 minutes or something, it'll just settle onto the bottom and then you can actually scoop it with the applicator. So this is finished. Just a little tip for you. And then I accidentally threw away the Katy Perry perfume, but I brought my big one just to remind you. It was just a little small one about this big. I do have like the big full size left, but I finished the smaller guy that looked like that. So I was just giving you some you know, a tangible item to look at. So I have two items here. Well, I'll save those for last. I'll talk about them last. Alright, so on to the other items. I did forget the purple eyeliner. The one that I chose, I had about 6 or 7 of them. I just wanted to use one up. I chose the Urban Decay Empire, the 24/7 Empire eyeliner. That's in my project pan right now, so maybe I'll link that down below so you can see my progress on that. But the other items, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah, okay. So I have 6 items that I have not finished yet, and I'm planning to finish. This is the Starlooks Tickle Me Pink lip liner. Again, I don't like lip liners, but this one is a little bit brighter than East End Snob. So this is the Starlooks one that I have left. This was East End Snob. I'm planning to finish this hopefully by the end of the year. And then I had the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in the shade Petal. I have this one at my bedside now. This is all that I have left, which is, you know, when you roll it down from the applicator, it's right to there. A lot better than what I had before, and this is a really dark shade. I think I would get a lot more use out of this during the fall season, which is coming up here in like a week, so can't wait to use this guy up. And then I also had 2 more lipstick items. This one is the NARS lipstick in the shade Jungle Red. I have made a tiny bit of progress. I did use this for the 4th of July and I believe the 3rd of July, so I did apply it a couple times on my lips. I love this lipstick. This is a really great bright lipstick in case you're in the market for one. I also have this NARS product. This is the Sex Machine shade in their Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. So this is all that I have left in this guy. This isn't a lot, but there's a lot of product every time that you sharpen it that you have to use down before you sharpen it again. So I'm just not a big fan of these NARS lip pencils. One is the Urban Decay Lip Junkie in the shade Naked 2. I did mark on here, and I really only have used this like 4 or 5 times, so not a lot of progress on this guy. I've been focusing on some other lip products, but I'm planning to get some more use out of this. I have no idea if this is going to be finished by the end of the year, but I sure will try. And then the True Religion perfume. I started this project in May. This is more of a fall scent, a fall and winter scent, so I'm really glad that, you know, I have those 2 months left before this is quits on this project, so I'll be able to use this a little bit more before the end of the year. And then I had these other 2 items here. So this Buxom Hot Escapes bronzer in the shade Tahiti. This is just a little deluxe size sample. I tried to use this a couple times. This is so freaking dark for my skin tone. I'm self-tanned right now, and even now this is too dark for me. So I have a friend that's 1 or 2 shades darker than me when I'm self-tanned, so I'm going to ask her if she would like this. If not, I'm probably going to use this as an eyeshadow. So just that's what's happening with this guy. And then I had this NYC Cheek Glow blush in the shade West Side Wine. I've had this around for quite some time. I have hit pan on this. I've used this a couple times, but it dawned on me since I did my makeup inventory. I have almost 40 blushes, and this blush costs what, $2, $2.50 at the drugstore? I would much rather focus my attention on a blush that is a higher end blush that I should be using before that one expires, rather than waste, I don't know, 3 or 4 months on this $2, $3 blush. So I'm going to ask the same friend if she would like this. I know there's a lot of product gone out of here. I'm sure she's probably not going to want it, but I mean, I don't know. She might. So if she doesn't want this, I'm probably going to end up tossing this just because it's been around for so long. At least half of the product is used up and it's cheap. So that is my update on my items that I wanted to use up by the end of 2014. I will update you at the end of 2014 or the first part of 2015, but that's all I have for today. So thank you guys so much for watching.